So if you're anything like me and you love chocolate and you're trying to fit it into your meal plan, well, this chocolate protein brownie is definitely for you. 51 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fat, and 33 grams of protein. Let's get to it. This recipe is super easy. The first thing we're going to do is take these bowls, and this recipe makes 2 of these, and I use these 16-ounce bowls, little porcelain bowls that go into the oven or air fryer in this case, and we're going to lightly spray them with a little bit of coconut spray. All right, the first ingredient we're going to add is 80 grams of these Quaker oats. Now the next ingredient is salt, just a pinch or pinch, however way you want to say it. I get made fun of because I say pinch, pinch of salt. So I'm using truffle salt. And man, it smells so good, so good. The next ingredient is 100% pumpkin. We're going to use 140 grams. Of course, I'm using this scale here, so I zero out just for ease every single time. I added a new ingredient. So 140 grams of this stuff. All right, so now we have 100 grams of egg whites. Of course, I got the new one out, so got to open this container here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boom. Right on the money. Now the next ingredient, we got 20 grams of cocoa. So zero out my scale. And get a little bit in there. I try not to go over. Almost there. Boom. 20 grams right there. All right, so now we're adding 20 grams of these Kodiak power cakes. You can use any flavor you want because this is a lot of chocolate. I continue on the chocolate theme, so I'm using dark chocolate. So 20 grams is not a lot. So you gotta kind of be careful and not just pour freely like that. Right at 20 though, right at 20. All right, so now we have some sweetener. I'm using the stevia and the raw 0-calorie sweetener. You can use whatever you like, but we're gonna use 6 grams of this stuff here. And again, this goes pretty quick too, so it's easy to go way over. There we go, boom. All right, so next ingredient, 5 grams of baking soda. And again, 5 grams isn't a lot. It's pretty much a teaspoon, but I still weigh everything out. Almost exactly. All right, now you can use any protein you like. In this case, we're using the Core Nutrition's, the Pro Sustained Release Protein Blend. Again, we're staying with some chocolate. You can add whatever you want in there, but we got some Death by Chocolate protein here. And we're gonna add 40 grams of this. Zero out my scale. Oh yeah, there's so much chocolate. This is a chocolate dream. I should rename this Chocolate Dream Brownie. Boom, 40 grams right there. Yes. All right, very last ingredient, 200 milliliters of almond milk. I'm using the unsweetened vanilla by Silk here. You can use whichever one you like, but this is the one I'm using for this particular recipe. Make sure to change it over to milliliters. There we go. Oh yes. See how close I can do it without going over. Boom. Perfect. So that's all the ingredients. We have all of it in our blender. We're using the Ninja here. So we're gonna put a lid on it. And I usually blend it for about 30-40 seconds just so it's nice and blended. And then depending on if there's anything stuck on the sides, I'll stop it. Take the little spatula, get off the side, just make sure it's all mixed really thorough. All right, we got it all blended up. We're gonna grab our 2 bowls we sprayed earlier. Take off our mix. We'll move over our blender and we'll pour these as even as we can through or into these bowls. So take out the little blade here. You'll definitely want to use the spatula to get every little bit out, but again, I'll pour these in and about 3/4 away, just so they're even on both sides. So that should be a nice creamy mixture, not super lumpy. Again, we're trying to make them as close as we can. I get all the ingredients out. Oh yeah. There we go. Man. Chocolate, 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 man. I love it. All right. There we go. So make sure if you have any drippings on the sides, I would highly recommend getting those off because they'll kind of burn against the sides when you cook it. So I try to keep it as clean as I can. Probably use a little, probably a little towel or rag, probably a little better than my finger. But again, this is just something I've kind of learned. I think it's a lot better if you keep the sides nice and clean so everything is down in the bowl. Because again, it will just burn on the sides when you put it into the air fryer. So now let's get these bad boys in the air fryer. Now we're going to air fry these. Your air fryer may be a single. I've got a double here. This is the Ninja Dual. Love it. But so you can, if you haven't seen or experienced the Dual, you guys got to try it out. It is, for anybody that cooks a lot, it's so awesome because you can cook 2 different things, 2 different temperatures, 2 different times, or you can cook the same thing. You can, or if you're trying to plan a meal where 2 different things are cooking at the same time, but one needs a higher temp, one needs a different time frame, but you can still make them where they end at the same time. It's so cool. So anyway, we're gonna cook these. It won't air fry at temperature of 275, so I switch it to bake. So we're gonna switch it to bake for 275 degrees, and then typically 20 to 22 minutes. I don't like to overcook these. I like mine a little bit soft in the middle, but not like runny. So 20 to 22 minutes is about perfect every single time. So, and I don't warm these up ahead of time. We'll set them in, set it, and walk away. And then come back, of course, 20 to 22 minutes later, take it out, and then let them cool off. So let's get these bad boys in. Before I forget, man, we gotta add chocolate chips. These are the Lily's chocolate chips right on top. We're gonna weigh out 14 grams. That's total. So pretty much 7 grams per size. So we'll just divide these out evenly. And again, we weigh out everything to be as accurate as we can. There we go. Got a couple extra in there. There we go. And we'll sprinkle these on top. You could mix them in if you like. I like to, I don't know, I just like to leave them on top. But you could dunk them. You could add more if you want, depending on your macros. But boom. Now let's get these in the air fryer. Oh yeah, look at that. Man, that's just beautiful. Nice, puffed up there. Little chocolate chips melted on top. Let's get these bad boys out and start cooling. Man, ooh, look at that. Look at that. Just, now it's time to let these bad boys cool for a bit. And man, whew, nice and puffed up at the top. Man, these are looking good. And again, we can cook several of these, one batch after the next, depending on how many days of prep you want to do. I used to do 2 to 4 at a time. I'll do another backup batch, but man, just having 2 like this, sure nice. So it gives me a couple of days worth. And of course you can eat it hot, but I like to let it cool off. So we're gonna let it cool off for a little bit, and we'll show you what it looks like in the middle. All right, so we let these things cool, and let's go ahead and get one of these out. I usually just get some type of scraper or something just to kind of break the edges away from the bowl on the sides so I can get it up hopefully in one piece. Got to kind of make sure everything is, there we go. I don't know what this tool is called, but it works out pretty well. So, and if you guys have a different tool that's better than this one, let me know. But I try to get it in one piece, kind of loosen up the sides a little bit. Feels like it's getting it pretty good there. Yeah, there we go. Without tearing it too much. All right, now I'll get me a little scraper or the so we get underneath it. Boom. Hey, not too bad. Not too bad. So there we go. Man, ooh, look how thick that is. Ooh, that is nice looking. My goodness. Yeah. And so I will just put this in a container, put it in the refrigerator, and serve it. So let's open this bad boy up. Let me see what we got going on here. Let's just do a little slicey slice here so you guys can see the fluffiness on the inside, and holy cow, look at that. Man, look how thick that is. And of course, you could add some extra toppings on there if you want, you know, a little peanut butter or whatever, but this recipe, you know, we're trying to stay within the macros. You know, we're under 400 calories for this whole thing, and oh my goodness, look at that. Man, that looks good. Ooh, nice and dense. Man, put that in the refrigerator. I like to chill it, and then we'll get it out to serve when it's time to eat. All right, so what'd you think? Did you try everything? Did you put all the ingredients like I did? Again, it's under 400 calories, such low fat, 7 grams of fat for the whole thing. Man, it's such a treat. So if you guys like that chocolate flavor or chocolate in your meal plan that's not going to break the numbers, I guess, this is definitely a treat. So tell me what you guys think at the bottom. If you guys made any adjustments to it or things you would add or change to even improve it even more to make the numbers look good for your meal plan or to you know, improve the taste. But man, I tell you what, this thing is awesome. I love eating it every single time. And I like showing you guys all the new recipes I come up with that can fit into someone's meal plan and get them to reach their goals and enjoy something good. So until next time, guys, we'll see you on the next one.